G'day fellow YouTubers, that blue monkey back here. Today I want to do a revisit on melting aluminium. Last time I did it, I didn't really cover some things that I should have covered. I did make a video on this already, but kinda didn't work out the way I wanted to. I was using two cameras, and one was on the furnace, one was on me. Yes, famous. Now, didn't frame rates on the cameras, didn't notice, and they didn't sync on the computer, so too much work, couldn't fix it, edit, nothing, so I'm back doing it again. But this time I've got it all set up, no waiting, it's all melted, it's already in there. I'm going to cover in detail more about the crucible, about the ingot Jesus. The ingots, the crucibles, the furnace, and all that other hard crap. And here's Magoo. Say hello.
Fuck you.
That wasn't hello. Righto. Anyway, let's get to it. Where's the rat?
Inside. I thought you were going to be using the yellow one.
No. Anyway, this is the yellow. Okay. See some of this? I don't know if you can see it in there. I'll zoom in because I don't want to melt the camera. That black stuff on top, that is not oxidation. Well, some of it might be, but if you remember last time on one of my videos I was showing you some of the slag. I put a little bit of slag in there to melt it down, to get like a pool of aluminium, so I get less oxidation from melting the cans. But anyway, I'm going to heat these up, so that's ready to pour. I'm just going to keep that in there. I'm going to heat this up so it's nice and warm for it, so you know I'm not introducing just a massive amount of heat. One thing I did want to go over with these that I didn't in the last video was, oh hang on a second, hey look, cameraman, come here, you want to be cameraman? He's supposed to be cameraman, but I haven't officially employed him yet, so yeah, he's got a friend over. Here.
Yeah, give me my fucking money.
Anyway, watch out, I got a coffee there. Sorry about this, guys. Let's see, let's be protein can. So with these crucibles, they are graphite crucible, graphite carbon. I'm not exactly too sure of the makeup of them, but when you're using these, you want to make sure that you're not, you're not pouring extensively hot things into them. You can use these for low-end materials like gold, copper, anything. I think about 1500 degrees. I think that's about 3000 degrees Fahrenheit, or give or take a few. With that, I think it's going out. You don't want to use anything too hot, because I don't know the exact melting point of these crucibles, but if you use things that are really hot, they will melt and degrade a lot quicker than they're supposed to. Wind. I use it for just aluminium, which you can use a basic soup can if you want, or you know, coffee can or something. But bear in mind again with those, they do have a short lifespan. That's why I use graphite crucibles, because you get more than 1 or 5 uses out of them melting aluminium. Same with copper or anything else like that. So yeah, just make sure you know what you're using to melt your metals. Don't use things too hot, otherwise you end up with that that jaffle maker that I showed you last time. With this as well, if you look at the brick, the crucible itself is made out of, well, it's not the crucible, it's actually the furnace, or you know, smelter, whatever you want to call it. They both do the same thing. They're made out of a refractory brick. If you notice here, I'll show you with another brick. See all the air pockets in it? Those little air pockets is what allows this to stay cool. So if you look, when I touch this, you can see, if I take this off, I'm running out of gas here. You can see how hot that is, obviously. I'll put that back on, but I can actually touch the outside of this brick without burning my hands. That's because the air in these pockets stop it from actually burning you. I mean, if you're using a thin wall, it's going to burn you. The thicker the wall, the better the insulation, you won't burn yourself. Give me a quick second, I'm just going to change over this gas and ran out. For the meantime, I'll actually show you this pouring, so because that's going to take a while. So I'll just pull this out. Now remember what I said, you got to heat up your oh, that's hot. You got to heat up your ingots so that they don't get a sudden introduction of hot air or a hot substance. I should really scrape that slag off first. Now some of this is not slag, some of it's just an oxidation that happens from when I melt aluminium, it oxidizes. So introduction of air, you can see the skin on top of that. That would be oxidation. Now this will you can see what I did there. This is not going the way I wanted to. What I do there is I put this over the top of that to kind of stop the oxidation on top. That way I get less of that crappy looking on top and it comes out a bit more shiny. Another thing is, and I should put that back in the crucible now. I've got to use another one for this. When I melt this into there, you can see how it's kind of sunk a little bit. That is because pure aluminium shrinks. So if you want, okay, that's getting hot. See, this right now is getting hot because there's a little surface area that I've got, and it did sit on top of the crucible, so that's still a bit hot, but it's not that hot. Like, I haven't been burnt or anything, but I can still feeling it on my fingers. But pure aluminium shrinks, so when you are melting it, you use, I think I've explained this before, you use a riser. Whereas, say if I wanted this to be flat and pure surface, and I didn't want it to sink in like that, what I would do is I would have a riser on top of this. So say this would be completely covered with a little rising cup on top, so that when I put the aluminium in, the aluminium would rise up this cup, and as it starts curing, that cup there would then start shrinking. And once the whole ingot is cured, I can just cut that off and left with a nice square ingot that would look flat like that on all sides. But seeing these are ingots, I'm only purifying the aluminium, you know, melting down cans and getting solid aluminium for later use. I'll do that with other things as well, but I'll show you that some other time. What else did I have to touch base on? Yes, safety equipment. I usually don't tell people this because no one listens anyway, but just for the sake of disclosure, when you are doing this, on my last video I told people about the safety equipment you need, like gloves, masks and all that, and I did burn myself. I don't think I've grown the hair back yet. Right here, it's not that bad. I mean, it's nothing serious, but you can see that wasn't from flame, that was just from the heat rising up, because if you can see, I got cracks in the crucible. Heat comes up, take the lid off, all the heat escapes. That can burn you if you're too close. So I show you these so you can learn. They're an academic video. I know people are watching these so they can do it. You guys obviously are watching it because you want to learn how to do it. If you do want to do it, that is your responsibility to take the proper precautions. Make sure you're using the proper equipment, safety and tools and all that other crap. I know you're going to do it, obviously, that's why you're watching. So you're responsible for your own health and safety. Make sure you take the proper precautions so you don't hurt yourself like I do. I'm here so I can take the hurt and the damage for you, so you don't burn yourselves. That's the whole reason why I show you how to do it the proper way. Obviously there are more proper industrial ways to do it, but this is a backyard, so there's always going to be dangerous. So I'll change over this. Another good thing to show you is make sure you're always attending to your burners, your crucibles, or any flame for that matter, because when you leave, if you want to swing around this way, Luke. Now, when I have the lid on this, I don't have a breather on this lid because I've got all the gaps inside the crucible from, it deteriorating over time. This hole is where this goes in naturally. Now, this hole's getting bigger over time because it's obviously moving around, it's wearing out. Now, instead of the pressure coming out these holes, there's an easier escape route for the pressure to come out through here. And you can see what it's done to my burner. All the flames came out, I wasn't watching, I was off doing something else, and it burnt the shit out of this. That's dangerous. So, from now on, when I do this, I have to keep an eye on it, so if I see flames coming out this, I have to take the lid off this. Otherwise, that happens. That can be bad, because if that got worse, it could have blown up. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll pour this out and see what happens. Gotta fix this up a bit more. Yeah. Now I've got to fix this one up because it's obviously not coming out. Get out, Domo. Sorry about that. Get up, get up. Oh, it's not coming out. Rather have to tap that out, guys. Yeah. I over poured this one, so I had too much aluminium, and that's what happens. But yeah, I wanted this to be flat, so next time I'll just have to remember, because I don't hate this. I'm a perfectionist. I mean, that doesn't matter to me because it's just an ingot, but I'm a perfectionist. So anyway, I'll sort that out, fix it all up, and I'll continue melting aluminium. But I just wanted to touch base on what I missed out last time for this. If I did forget anything, put a comment in the description. Let me know what else you want to learn, and I'll see if I can do any of that for you. If you like the video, drop a like, and subscribe for subscribe for more content. Alright, I'll catch you in the next one. Remember, don't be a monkey.